Well, I'm sure we know what time it is. It's recording time. Recording how. Recording? What the hell am I saying? Notice how I said recording time as opposed to recording day because it's not Thursday. I'm reluctant to say it is not Thursday. It is, in fact, Friday, which is upload day, but I'm recording because I did record some, like, I was yapping yesterday for a good little bit, but honestly, I'm not happy with the way that it turned out again. But like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little too hard on myself because I don't give myself like that boundary in like content creation for my podcast. So you would think it would be easier. And I'm having a little bit of deja vu right now. So I do feel like this is something I spoke about before. Whether or not it was on here, I don't know. But I guess I'm reiterating anyway. Um, it, I don't know. I give myself like so much room for activities. And yet I still somehow like disappoint myself. Question mark. I say that because I don't know if that's really the right word to use, but it does kind of feel right. Like, or I don't meet my own expectations. So yeah, still kind of disappointing in a way. But I don't really have an expectation yet. I still let myself down. How is that possible? Because in the back of my mind, there is an expectation set. And it just didn't feel like entertaining or positive. I just felt like I was yapping at myself as opposed to like talking to an audience. I think that's what my uh little I don't want to say mistake, but perhaps like the little learning curve for me is that when I'm sitting and recording, I'm talking as if I'm talking to myself. And that's kind of because realistically, in this moment right now, I am. I just happen to be recording at the same time, as opposed to like thinking about it in a future point of view. Like, this isn't just me talking to myself right now. This is me recording myself for an audience who may or may not interact with it in the future. It's not just right now. It's going to be sitting living on the internet if I so decide to forever, essentially, because even if you do delete things off the internet, they have their ways of showing up. So, like, once it's out there, it's out there. Sometimes I feel like I'm not sure if it's just me blatantly ignoring it and pretending that I'm not, like, or if I'm just like being naive and like, meh, it'll just sit in the back corner of the internet. This is my corner of the internet, actually. I have no shame in my game for what I have to say on here, because it's truthful. And if I'm doing wrong, just point it out, correct me, and I'll adjust as necessary. The only thing constant in this world is change. I'm not the same person I was yesterday or 10 years ago. But they're still inside of me. Like, it's growing like a tree, forever growing. Well, until you die anyway. But we're not there yet. When will we get there? I don't know. But that's not for me to decide. It happens when it happens. But anyway, let's get on with the intro, shall we? Because I feel like I'm going into a little bit of a hole here. Anywho, hello, and oh, how did I fumble the intro? Anyway, what's going on here? I can't get it together right now. I'm sorry. Hello, and welcome to Kaylin's Corner. I'm your host, Kaylin, and this is my corner of the internet, where I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this finds you well. If not, I hope that you can find something to be grateful for. You're alive and you're breathing, and that's awesome. Not everyone made it to today, so be grateful. Sometimes I wish I could be one of those people who like woke up and got out of bed right away. Like not necessarily on go mode all the time throughout the day, but like a person who can get up like at a reasonable amount of time after. I'm saying I wish as if I don't have the power to change that. And I do. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is about being so reluctant to get up. Hmm. Now I'm thinking. It's like I'm saying these things, but are you living it? No, but it's good advice. Advice so good I don't take it myself because I'm scared of the outcome. I'm scared of who I could be if I put my all into everything. A powerful ass bitch, I think. Sometimes oh yeah, it's the perfectionism paralysis. That's what I'm gonna call it. Like I don't know. I want things to go a certain way. I feel like I think about it a little bit too much in my head and am afraid of messing up that narrative in my head that I just don't do it. It's like, oh, the narrative is perfect here. I'm not even going to attempt to reenact it. What the fuck is going on? Oh, you definitely can hear that in the background. Let's take a pause. Let's take a moment. I'll put a pin in it. It quieted. It got a little quiet now. I was going to say it quieted down a bit. And it did. But, like, I don't know. I fumbled over my words, and here I am over explaining myself anyway. I was listening back to what I was talking about, like, so I could take the pin out and continue on where I left off. But in the midst of listening, I received a phone call. And I have caller ID. It's not like someone in my contacts. It was just like a random number with the same area code as me. So I was like, I'll pick it up. Why not? Let's see what it is. Tell me why I pick up the phone and and an automated voice goes, "Sorry, there isn't anyone available to pick up your call right now or to take your call right now." Like, bitch, you called me. I hung up the phone so fast. It was probably just like spam or scam or whatever the fuck. Like, these robotic phone calls drive me nuts sometimes because why? Like, just leave me alone. I don't even know you. Why are you calling me? Like, honestly, why? Well, I don't understand. Making my phone buzz, interrupting me, lost my train of thought for nothing. Nothing. How, like, it really got me though. Sorry, no one is available to take your call right now. Bitch, you called me. And I literally said that out loud. Like, the audacity. The audacity. That's why I don't like picking up phone calls from numbers that I don't know. But sometimes, I don't know, there's like a bit more of an inclination to do so, like pick up the phone when the area code is the same as mine. You know, because it's like, did somebody change their number and I didn't know? Or, I don't know. I don't know. Something that's usually what comes to my mind. Like, did somebody change their number and didn't send a text? Like, why didn't you just text me? But really, if anyone wants to get in contact with me and they have my phone number, they would send a text. I feel like I'll always see those. Actually, sometimes there was a time, oh my god. There was a time that I had a friend text me, but I don't know what had happened. I somehow archived the text message, like our thread, and I didn't know that she responded to me. And I don't know what exactly happened because it feels like forever ago. But I just never ended up like checking to see if she responded, and I never went to text her again. then maybe like a year or so rolls around and I'm thinking of her again. And I go looking for our text message and I can't find it. I go into my archives somehow. Or no, was that my memory is playing games with me right now. I think I ended up I think I was no, sorry. I fumbled the story a little bit. My bad. I was cleaning out my text messages and I somehow ended up in my archive text because I didn't know that I could even do that. I don't even know what that really means. Like archive saving it for later? Is that what it means? Like to archive an email or text? Um and I found our text messages and we were like legitimately in the middle of a conversation and she had sent me like a long response and I just never responded to her because I didn't know that she responded. I like felt like such a piece of shit when I read that or when I saw that. Like, damn, you were in the middle of a conversation, you didn't even think to look back. Baby, what the fuck? But sometimes that's how it is with me, like out of sight, out of mind. And if I get distracted, if you've been listening, you know I get distracted kind of easily and it's not a good thing, not a good thing. We're working on it though. We're working on it. Anyway, I googled archive text messages and Google says archiving text messages can help keep your inbox clean and maintain your data. It can also create a backup of your messages so you can still access them even if someone else deletes them. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I kind of just keep the all the threads there, and if it's been long enough, I'll delete it. I get kind of bad with cleaning things out, especially my pictures. This isn't the first time I've said this. Oh no. It might not be the last. I don't know. I feel like in order for me to go through my pictures, I need like a week. Cause I do go through my pictures sometimes after I take them and I'll delete like the blurries or the ones that are like blatantly not photogenic in my eyes, in my opinion. But sometimes I take so many pictures of like the same scene that I just get overwhelmed and I don't know which one to pick to keep. Like there's 5 pictures and they look pretty identical, but the angle is just slightly different and there's just one thing that's out of the shot and then this other thing is in the shot because you raised the angle a little bit. Like, baby, I I like options too. Cause sometimes like it'll be the same scene but with this different zoom and it just looks a little better in that zoom, but then I have the same zoom in a different angle and it doesn't hit as hard. It's like, I don't know, I just like to have them all, especially when I'm showing people my pictures. I should probably just post them instead of like, I don't know, whatever. But especially when I'm showing people pictures, I love to have like a bunch of pictures for people to look at rather than just the one. Even if I do have 10 pictures of the same rose, but they look pretty, they look nice. Look at it, admire it. Look at her, admire her, I say as I'm looking at the pictures of roses on my phone. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know where that came from, but anyway. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby. I should start just going to random days in my gallery and posting a pretty picture from that day on my photography account because I low-key gatekeep my work. Like, I haven't posted in a hot minute, baby. And I don't understand why necessarily because I take pictures almost every day. I think it's me brainstorming. I'm literally just yapping to myself. It might be because I don't get as much positive feedback as I used to. I did start I did create my photography account back when I was in high school, and I would just I don't post random pictures, edits that I took that I liked, and just I don't know. The captions would be so random too. Sometimes, anyway. I oh yeah, what a time! What a time! I wanted to snow so bad. Posting a snowy picture. Yeah, she sure did. What year is this from? 2016. Let's scroll all the way down and see the day that I posted my first picture on my photography account. It's cool that I've been doing this for so long because you can see the evolution. Wow, the first picture that I posted on my photography account wasn't even a picture that I took. It was a picture that my sister took with my phone, granted, but yeah, October 21st, 2015. And then I posted the next day. I posted twice the next day. Damn, and I posted again. Then I didn't post for a while. But granted, then I. Excuse me. Granted, then I didn't really. I didn't take pictures every day. I took pictures when I saw, like, a nice scene, you know? Just randomly. Just random little things. But it was the start. Only getting a couple of likes, and then as time went on, eventually my pictures would pop off. Damn, that's crazy. Wait, I went from literally 10 likes, 10, 12, oh, to 24, and then 45, 62. It's the numbers. We look at the numbers a little too much, I think. But the pictures are still nice. Well, I'm not gonna say. Of course, I would say that about my own work because I am my one of my well, I am my if not one of my biggest critics. So just feeling a little bit nostalgic at the moment. How did I even get here? I don't know. And to think I started by talking about that random phone call. Excuse me. But if you are interested in looking at the pictures that I'm yapping about, my editing Instagram account is called Virtually Editing. It's always linked in my episode descriptions. I had a moment. I couldn't think of the words for a second there, but yeah, she's always there. I don't really post too much anymore, but I definitely should change that because I definitely do still take pictures. I just don't really post them. I don't post them like I should, even if they don't get attention. Just to have my art out there, my perspective, my edit. But I've gotten so lazy with editing, it's not even funny. I don't know what it is. And the craziest part is my my account handle, username, whatever is called Virtually Editing. Baby. Baby. Do you see the irony here? Do you hear the irony here? Virtually editing. Yeah, that picture is not the best. I don't know what I was thinking. This one's better. Oh, I liked this series, actually. Oh, the dog is yapping. The dog is yapping. Me too, girl. Me too. Anyway, In other news, oh my goodness, I'm so sleepy. I don't know why I'm so sleepy today. Maybe I had too much sugar already. Perhaps. But I woke up tired. Like, I slept for 9 hours and I still woke up tired. Did I oversleep? Perhaps. It's definitely a possibility. But oof, I I don't know. Like, I felt like kind of groggy, and I haven't felt like that in a while. And I didn't even do anything like crazy. It was just a regular schmegular Thursday for me. My pretty much my typical routine. But I've just been tired. I've just been I hope you find some peace of mind in your lifetime. I don't know how that song goes actually, but cause it's crazy. Have I told you lately that I love you? You're the only reason that I'm not afraid to try. Do you remember that song from Victorious? Cause it's crazy that someone could change me. Oh, I don't know what it is about you, but I'm not afraid to try. Because you know that you're the reason why. I don't know if those are the actual lyrics, but hey. Hey. If you know, you know. If you don't, correct me if I'm wrong, baby. That's all you gotta do. I was walking my dog today and I saw a cherry on a tree. And it felt so random because I didn't see any other cherries on that tree. It was the one and only cherry. I did pick it, but I lost track of it because I remember my dog had pooped literally like 2 seconds after. So I stopped to pick it up, but I think I might have put it down and I got distracted by my dog and I left the cherry on the ground or something. Womp womp womp. It's a snack for somebody, whether it be a little rabbit, a bird, a squirrel. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of animals lately. I saw a rabbit today on my walk with my dog. Also saw. Uh, actually, I think that was it. I mean, I saw squirrels and birds, of course, but a little bunny rabbit. I don't feel like I'm. Yo, why she look like that? Angry as hell. She said, "Where's my food, bitch?" Uh, sorry. I took a picture of my cat, and she was sitting at the kitchen table but like usually she's pretty good. Like she doesn't go well, not no, that's a lie actually. She does go on the table when there's food on it sometimes. And that should be pissing me off. Like, you know better. I tell her to get down and she gets down and she goes and sits on the chair. She likes to sit on the kitchen chairs to kind of get away, like when no one else is in there, and she'll just curl up on the chair that's closest to, like, the furthest away that people don't really sit in, and she'll just curl up there. But today, she sat in a chair and was like staring kind of angrily, like, "Where's my food at, bitch? Like, did y'all forget about me?" And that wasn't even it, baby. She looks so funny. She's She's a comedian, low key. Oh, I took a. Yeah, but the. What? Baby, what? I took a picture of the rabbit that I saw today, but the AI that Samsung uses for their pictures is making the rabbit look like geometrical. I was gonna say geographical. Holy shit. That was ugh, disgusting. Anyway, I gotta like I gotta I gotta like take a screenshot and maybe I'll post it on Twitter. Cause why does it look like that? It doesn't even look like a. I was gonna say Minecraft, but it kinda like in a way I could see it, but it just looks like really Androidy. Like what the hell's going on here? The way that they sharpened it. No way. Get out of here. Yo, she's freaking hilarious. I'm sorry. I can't get over my cat sitting at the table. She's just looking around, looking mad angry. Like, where's my food? Y'all ate without me? I know y'all ain't acting like you ain't see me here. I'm waiting for my food too, baby. I'm waiting for my food too, baby. We got groceries today, and while the fridge was open and we were loading the groceries in, my cat freaking jumped in the fridge. Like, girl, what do you think this is? What is going on here? Like, honestly, she's been acting a little crazy lately. I don't know. She's getting a little bit older, and now she's acting out a bit. She needs to calm down. She went into the bathroom with me this morning and she jumped on the sink. I have never seen her jump on the sink because she doesn't like to get baths. Like, my sister would give her baths and whatnot. I personally don't do that because, one, I'm allergic to her. Two, she likes to scratch me when she's scared. Like, Mama, help me. That's what it feels like to me. Like she's clinging on to me, but she's trying to help herself and she doesn't give a fuck what happens to me. So, with that in mind, allergies and the cat scratches, no. No. No, no, no. Not everyone bathes their cat. Actually, cats bathe themselves. Is it really like a bath though? Not really, but do I want to risk having all those scratch marks? And not only like, it's not even like it's just a scratch. Like, it's a scratch and then it gets inflamed, like it gets swollen because I'm allergic to her, low key. That's why anytime I touch her or my dog, I have to wash my hands right after. Right after. Because if not, I might touch my face, my eye, or like scratch myself somewhere and it'll just turn red and swollen and that shit's not cute. It's not fun to deal with either, especially when it's my eyelids. Oh my goodness. Sometimes there have been times where I would like pet my cat and my eye would get itchy and my silly goose self would scratch it with my dirty hand. And then the skin on my eye, sometimes depending on the day or like just the reaction, I guess, sometimes it'll get like scaly and red and then inflamed and I look sick. Sometimes I would look like somebody punched me in the eye. That shit's not cute. It's not cool. It's not fun. But we can cuddle. That's fine. Like her rubbing on my arm, nothing happens. I'm alright. My arm just falls asleep because I've been laying on it, or she's been laying on it too long. But it's fine. It's nothing crazy. I love my cat, even if I am allergic to her. Even if she does get kind of even if she does get kind of mean, she be smacking my dog up sometimes too, not gonna lie. Like, she just loves to bother him. She likes to go up to him, hit him with the two piece, and then run away. I didn't witness the full thing, but this morning I heard my dog barking at her, and he was chasing her. Like, he chased her into the living room, and she jumped up and onto the windowsill where he can't get her. And she started licking herself, and he was just staring at her direction. I know he was mad as hell. I can only imagine what she did to him for him to react that way, because my dog, he's pretty calm, cool, and collected. When it comes to her though, like, she be pissing him off. He be yapping at her, and sometimes she just goes up to him randomly and just hits him, smacks him. Like, what was the need? You chose violence for what? Because you were bored? Get over yourself. Find something else to do. Why don't you actually play with each other instead? Maybe that's her way of playing. But that, to me, from my humanoid standpoint, POV, whatever you want to call it, that shit don't sit right with me. Like, how you just walk up to somebody, smack them, and run away. You know what? Okay. You know what? People do that. That doesn't mean that it's okay. I'm not justifying it. But, like, I guess I see it. It's kind of silly, kind of funny. He doesn't do that kind of stuff to her, though. I think it's because he's too scared to do so. And honestly, I don't blame her. With those claws, baby, those claws are enough. But she doesn't scratch him, though. She just hits him with her paw. Mad hard, though. You like, there's not a thought between those eyes, and you can hear it when she hits him in the head. It's like, wake up. Anybody home? The lights are on, but nobody's home. That's how it feels sometimes talking to my dog. Sometimes. He's really smart, but he chooses not to listen to me. Like, he knows a good number of tricks, and he understands English very well. And he understands, like, the tone of voice and all that good stuff. He's well versed, but he chooses not to listen to me, especially when there's food involved. Like, well, more so when there's food involved, because he does listen to me even when there's food involved. But the more people that are around, depending on where he is, like if he's under the table or something, he'll feel less inclined to listen to me. He's like, you can't get me, I'm just gonna hide under here. Like, don't make me go over there. There's, like, why are you begging at the table? You have food in your bowl. We give you treats. And you're still, baby, you know better. And you can see the guilt in his eyes. Like, he gives you that puppy dog look. You're not fooling me, baby. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You tell him to get out the kitchen, and he'll go and he'll sit right at the border between the kitchen and the living room. I shit you not. You gotta tell him to go to bed to get out of your face. Because he'll sit right at the border and he'll stare at you while you're eating. He might not bark. He might not cry. He might not re-enter the kitchen, but he will stare you down until you finish that last bite. And even after, because he still thinks he's gonna get something. I don't like to give him table food because he has a pretty sensitive stomach, and he'll throw up. He'll throw it up. He was so bad when we first got him, because we would leave, like, say if I was in the shower or something while somebody was cooking, they would leave my food covered on top of the table. That fool would jump on the table and eat it clean. One time I remember he ate a plate of pasta salad. It was covered in saran wrap, mind you. He ripped a hole and he ate it. It was like a tuna pasta salad. That I think that's why, like, the smell of the tuna really really got him, because he doesn't really go for pasta salad. Maybe that's now because he's had that experience, so now he knows. Well, I didn't even finish the story. So he goes and he eats the whole thing of pasta salad. It was like a small plate, but we put onions in our pasta salad. Dogs cannot eat onions, and that boy did not give a fuck, and he still doesn't. Excuse me. I tied him up next to his bed, like, to monitor him and also to kind of like put him in timeout. We don't have a cage for him. I think he would go ballistic if he did, not gonna lie. Actually, maybe not, because he likes to be underneath the bed. He likes to be underneath stuff. So maybe with like a little blanket on top, make it dark. I don't think he would mind. But anyway, that's besides the point. I tie him up and he goes and he throws it up whole. Like, it's not chewed up. Whole pieces of pasta on on the carpet, because we have carpet. Just all on the ground, tuna and all. And I was like, you see what happens when you go eating stuff you're not supposed to? He doesn't go on the table now. Well, we have a different table now, so he can't even reach. The table's too high up for him anyway. Not for my cat, but for him, yeah. And I don't think he's cared for pasta salad since. And I'd hope that would teach him a lesson, because he threw it up whole. He didn't even chew it. Like, he was it. Who? Sometimes he gets like a little too ravenous. That's why I don't like to give him table food, because he gets a taste and he's like, "Oh wow, this is real good," and like you can see it in his face. Like, have you ever watched, like, when you're watching someone try a food for the first time and they really like it, like, you can see all the expression in his face. Like, his eyes got real wide and he started, like, his mouth started moving like faster, like to swallow it down. That's how he gets. Even with treats sometimes, so I try not to, like, I don't, like, overindulge him with those, because he gets a little too excited and his stomach is sensitive. He's not that big of a dog, so I don't really know how many to give him either. I get afraid to give him too much and have him throw it up, because then I don't want to ruin his treat experience, given the experience that he had with that pasta salad. It's not trauma I want to invoke on my dog. But sometimes he looks for it. He knows he's not supposed to, and he still does. Like, sometimes when I'm walking him outside, I'll find him, like, sniffing in the grass, like, a little aggressively, like he's looking for something. But before I can pull him away, he finds what he's sniffing for, and it'll be like a fucking chicken bone. Like, who is throwing these bones in the grass, and why? Like, just a singular chicken bone? Like, did you not think that was... Where did you think it was gonna go? Did you think it was gonna disintegrate? Because if you didn't throw it away, who was gonna pick it up and throw it away for you? That was your mess. And you just... Man, listen. That shit pisses me off. I don't like litter bugs. If it's like a fruit, sure, I guess. But even still, like, just fucking throw it away. Just put it in the trash. We, as a society, have made it to the point to where there are trash cans available, usually where there's food available. And if not, just fucking hold on to it. Put it somewhere. Put it in a napkin. Put it in I don't fucking know, in a doggy bag. But don't throw it on the ground. I really don't like litter bugs, y'all. Listen. You can ask my friends. You can ask them. I'll give them a look. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it. Please. The planet is dying. And you're just gonna keep on destroying her. One piece of plastic at a time. Just hold on to it. I'm the type to put that shit in my pocket. A little gum wrapper, it's going in my pocket. A lollipop stick, it's going in my pocket. Just, I'll fucking hold on to it. I don't know. That's just me though, because I know actions have consequences. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's also because it was ingrained in me. I feel like as an elementary school kid, things that they ingrained in me include no littering, no smoking cigarettes. Uh, hmm. I feel like there's something else for sure. Wash your hands. Wash your hands for sure. Fucking wash your hands. Actually, I remember in elementary school health class, I don't remember what grade I was in, maybe like third or fourth, or maybe even second grade. I don't know. I was in elementary school, so I was at least 10. I mean, I was at most 10. But anyway, during health class, we were learning about germs and like the importance of hand washing. And our health teacher had like a black light and a bucket of dirt. So you had to like rub your hands in the dirt and get them as dirty as you could. And then you would look at them under the black light and then you would see like just how dirty your hands really are. Like you would wipe the dirt off your hands. So your hands weren't visibly dirty, but you know that they're dirty because you just put them in the dirt and you would go under the black light and look at how dirty and germy your hands were. Then you would go and wash your hands to the best of your ability to see, like, to get them clean. And you would put your hands under the black light again and you would see just all the spots that you missed. And that shit woke me the fuck up. That shit woke me the fuck up. What do you mean there's still germs on my hands? I just washed them. Soap and water touched my hands, but they're still dirty. Why? And yeah, that shit woke me up. So just one of those things. No littering, wash your hands, don't smoke cigarettes. Those were like the the three key takeaways from elementary school for me. And it's so far so good. I don't smoke cigarettes. I do wash my hands, maybe a little too frequently because I have developed like some dry skin in between my fingers. I think it's eczema, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm not a litter bug either. So take that information as you will. Do what you would like with it. But please don't litter and make sure you wash your hands. One thing that I've started doing, like it took me not that it took me a while, but like I didn't think about it until recent years. Washing my hands before using the toilet. Because think about it. If you haven't washed your hands in a while and you're going to use the bathroom and you're like touching your genitals, your private parts, would you want to do that with dirty hands? Like, especially when you're out in like public places, like if you're out shopping, like at the mall or something, and you're doing like your window shopping or whatever, touching clothes and all these other things. How many other people have touched these clothes before you or whatever? The stall door, the little lock. Ugh! So like whether it's hand sanitizer or like legitimately washing my hands with soap and water before I sit on the toilet, I will do so. Even at home. Especially at home because my pets. But that wasn't something that I thought about until like recent times. Recent times maybe being like 2 or 3 years ago. It's not something that I've really heard people talk about. So kind of glad that I'm talking about it now. I'm curious, do you have you ever thought about washing your hands before actually using the toilet? Do you wash your hands before actually using the toilet? There are people who don't wash their hands after using the toilet. Like, I still don't understand why. You know what's so funny? Oh, more things to talk about. I went and saw Inside Out with my friend Katie. Shout out to her. She's a real one. We love her. And she went to the bathroom, but the person who went in before her didn't wash their hands coming, like, when they got out. Like, ew. Ew. There are still people, it's 2024 and we're not washing our hands after we use the toilet. What is wrong with you? Why? Like, if you're stepping foot in the bathroom, I feel like it should be required for you to wash your hands before you leave. Because the bathroom is just a dirty place in general. Why wouldn't you want to wash your hands while you're like, there's a sink and soap? Just wash your hands. It's fine. You'll be alright. Carry a little bit of lotion on ya. Excuse me. And you can moisturize after. Why else do we have purses to carry all this fucking shit in? Because our pockets aren't big enough. But it's because they want us to have purses that our pockets aren't big enough. But anyway, I digress. Wash your fucking hands. Because that shit's gross. Ew. Like, for yourself, please? And people wonder why they get sick so frequently. You're not washing your hands. I mean, there's a number of factors that go into play. Yes, of course. Just because you don't wash your hands doesn't mean... Wait, huh? Just because you wash your hands doesn't mean you're not going to get sick. I still get sick. It's okay. I don't get sick that frequently, though. I get sick maybe once a year, if that. So, I'm not saying that the people who are sick all the time don't wash their hands enough, but I'm just saying you should rethink and recollect all the times that you do wash your hands. Like, are you washing your hands frequently enough? Do I just have OCD and I'm trying to get you to wash your hands? I don't know. Not diagnosed anyway, so. But it's not. It's good to wash your hands. It's good to be clean. But, you know, some people just don't do it. And that shit's fucking gross. I don't know. If your hands are visibly dirty, baby, why? Why? Like, that shit doesn't make you feel some type of way? I don't know. I had a customer come into my store the other day. Well, I guess it also, you know what, whatever. I had a customer come into my store the other day and they were getting an order for their significant other. And they were showing me the order information on their phone. And I couldn't focus on the information on the screen because their hands were just so visibly dirty, and it like low-key ticked me off. I had to take a picture and step away and look it up myself because damn, I couldn't focus. I couldn't focus, baby. Why are your hands so dirty like that? That'll make you uncomfy. Like, you don't feel the dirt on your fingers, the dirt between your nails. You don't want to wash them. That's why you can't eat at everybody's house either, because some people don't wash their hands enough. I'm telling you. Sorry. I'm very passionate about this, clearly, and I didn't think... It's not something that I really think about, especially out loud. But now that I am, it's like, baby, why wouldn't you wash your hands seeing all the dirt under your nails, baby? What are you doing? So what if you're a mechanic? You need to clean your hands. Just fucking wash them. Y'all don't wear gloves. You just letting all that shit touch your skin. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. Fun fact. Take care of her. It's easier said than done, of course, but like, Let that marinate. Your skin is an organ. And she's not impermeable. Like, things can penetrate through your skin. Not everything that you touch is good for you to touch. So just think about that before you don't put those gloves on. Just think about that. Especially with cleaning products. That's something that I have to get better at too myself. Like wearing gloves when I'm cleaning. Cause I kinda don't wear gloves when I'm cleaning. I kinda just raw dog it. But that's not a good thing necessarily. I don't like the way bleach makes my hands feel either. Like it makes my like kind of slimy, but not. I don't know how to explain it. But if you know, you know. That's why I gotta get better with the glove thing. Gotta get me some nice rubber gloves. Yeah. Uh I don't know. That was such a random tangent, I feel like, but it's I was gonna say valuable, but that doesn't really feel like the word that I should use. But it is like valuable knowledge to have, wash your hands and maybe even do so before using the bathroom. The exhale of stress. Mm-mm. Listen, baby, I I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but I can make a suggestion or a recommendation even. And I think I think you should wash your hands before you actually use the toilet. That's all I'm saying. Because your hands are not clean. You just touched the doorknob and you think your hands are clean? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. But I know it's kind of annoying, especially with how dry your hands can get, depending on the soap that you use and whatnot. The wintertime goes crazy. But hey, I didn't catch COVID, so I don't know. I don't know. Do with that information as you will. I was just extra precautious. I was talking about this the other day, actually. Kind of crazy. I didn't catch COVID, and I think just about everyone in my household did. Even my sisters, with whom I shared a room with. Baby, I was sleeping in my bed, double masked up, and still going to work, mask on. Double masked up, always washing my hands, had that Lysol on deck. Baby, you were not catching me. She was not catching me. Excuse me. Unless I somehow happened to catch it and was asymptomatic and never tested. But as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it is me after all. I didn't catch it. Didn't get sick from it. And I'm very grateful to not have had to deal with those, like, that illness, because it's I was thinking about this the other day. Wait, I did. It was yesterday, but I think I was doing it. I was talking about it in like a Snapchat recording. Like, I wonder how prevalent COVID still is now, or is it just like has so much of the population already caught it that it's not so. Who is calling me right now? Another freaking phone call, and I can't even. It's not letting me go. Oh. Am I still recording? Oh, I am. Should I pick it up? Affordable Inns? Who even is that? You know what? We'll pick. Wrong number. I don't know who they were looking for, but the name didn't start with a K, so it was not me. I kind of lost my train. Oh, never mind. I was wondering if COVID is still running rampant. Like, how many people on like a weekly basis, or like a, yeah, I guess weekly, I feel like would be a better measurement of time, are like admitted or test positive for COVID. I think in the recording that I did, and I was yapping about this to myself yesterday, I said daily, but I feel like weekly is like a better time frame. Or like, sorry, going back to the question that I was conjuring myself, like how many people catch it and are have to be treated for it weekly, or has there been like a significant number of the population that got it and overcame it, or um and whatnot, that it's just not necessarily prevalent? Because I'm sure it's still around, but what do the numbers look like now in comparison to 2020? I do wonder. And I also do wonder, like, what the percentage of the population tested positive for it at least once. Because, there's some people got COVID multiple times. True soldiers, like, their bodies overcame that twice. Good for them. Good for them. But yeah, just a little bit curious. I don't know. I do wonder. COVID changed a lot. A lot more than I realized, actually. Like with the DMV, for example, I was talking about this after I had gotten my permit test with my mom, and like even with a woman who was sitting at the DMV, how it was so different before COVID versus now. Like before COVID, it would be full to the brim, packed like sardines, people left and right. Now it's done by appointment. There's way less people, so many more empty seats. But it's more organized. It really made me think, like, why didn't they do this to begin with? Like most places do things by appointment, and walk-ins are welcome if they have the space, but why not just do it appointment based to begin with? It took them the pandemic to get an easier system. I mean, like, yeah, do the appointments get booked up? Sure, I'm sure, as they should, but it makes everyone's lives a little bit easier in the long run, no? And also with the driving test, it's not like out in the world, like around the block type beat. It's in the parking lot with cones. So that's another thing that's changed. I can only imagine all the other things that I didn't experience before COVID that have changed now. Like, it's interesting to think about. Like a generally bad thing, arguably just bad thing, created like this room for change in the world, which overall or in the end kind of made things better, like a better way to go about things, a better way to look at it, kind of thing. I don't know. Just a little takeaway from that, I guess. But I think I'm gonna end this episode here. I was quite all over the place, but if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I do appreciate it very, very much. I'm like trying to put all these words together. Sorry. But yes, I do appreciate you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're able to get something out of this. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, bye.